centers. Okay, friends, we are going to break into centers right now. Center number 1 is all about catapults. We're going to already have these catapults ready at our tables, along with a yardstick, some cotton balls, some erasers, some crumpled balls of paper, and some ping pong balls. You are going to use the catapult to launch all of our different weighted objects, and then use the yardstick to measure how far each of those things launched. Now they're not all going to go the same because they're different weights, right? After you record how far each of these things go, you're going to write it down in your science class notebook. So if the cotton ball only flies 6 inches, you're going to write in your notebook, cotton ball, 6 inches, and do the same for all of our objects. You will not use the catapult to launch things at your friends, or maybe someone you're mad at, or me. Not going to launch our objects at anybody, okay? We're just going to launch it by the yardstick and then measure it. Center 2 is a pulley system. At the end of our pulley is going to be a little basket. In the basket, one at a time, we're going to put our different weighted objects. So we've got cotton balls, erasers, marbles, these little weighted metal balls. One at a time, you're going to each put one of these objects into the bucket and then pull on the pulley. You're going to see how easy or hard it is to pull each of the objects. And I want you to write down your observations about all of the objects in your science class notebook. I also want you to write why you think it is easier or harder to pull these things. The next center is a spring. So you're going to have a big spring scale that looks kind of like this. And you're going to have 2 textbooks at your table. And you're going to have 9 pencils, just like this. So what you're going to do is lay your first book down on the table and use the spring scale to pull it across the table. And I want you to then write your observations about that in your science class notebook. Then you're going to add a second book on top of the first book and pull it again and write down your observations again. Then you're going to lay out the pencils on the table and put one book on top of the pencils, and then pull it again with the spring and notice if it's easier or harder with the pencils underneath. And then you're going to put the second book on top of the first book, and they're all going to be on top of the pencils, and you're going to pull it one more time and notice is it easier or harder. I want you to write down all of your observations in your science class notebook. And last we have Center 4, which is the game Don't Break the Ice. Have any of you guys played Don't Break the Ice before? So for those of you who haven't, to play the game, you just flip this blue table upside down, and you're going to put all of these ice cubes in so they fit nice and snug, and when you flip it right side up, they're going to stay where they are. Then you're going to put your little ice skater man right in the middle, right where he goes. Then one at a time, you're going to take a little hammer, and you're going to tap, tap, tap on the ice cubes until it falls out. And the goal of the game is to tap out as many ice cubes as you can without our little ice skater man falling. We're not going to be aggressive. We're not going to throw our ice cubes, and we're definitely not going to use our little hammers to hit our friends, right? Okay, my friends, you will have 7 minutes at each station. I will let you know when it is time to clean up. I'll give you a 2-minute warning, and you can clean up your centers. And then you can move to the next one. Who's ready to start? Do we have any questions before we go? Alrighty, let's go.